Right guys, just want to show you a couple of the spoons that we're using for the snook season coming up. First one I want to introduce to you is this little one here. This is the Backline spoon. This thing you'll see is weighted near the back, and basically attach it to the swivel there, and this thing costs £1, so ideal for snook, for little kingies, for shad, all types of things. Designed for throwing long distances, hence the name Backline. You can throw it to backline, and even off the boat, chasing snook off the boat, light tackle, you can throw this thing miles. Backline spoon, you can change the hooks and that on there. It does come with smallish hooks for the snook, but you can change the hooks if need be. Very basic and very popular little right. The next one I want to talk to you about is is my favorite, and that's the little slide spoons, or glide spoon as they call them. So this is the more a slow jigging spoon. I use them a lot. In fact, 90% of the time I fish offshore nowadays, this is all I take with me. Little glide spoons, 21 grams. It's available in a couple of different colors. You're getting in the glide spoon here, I'll show you a couple of the other colors just now, but the main one here is the pink zebra. There's a zebra glow, which is a silver with a glow on it. Then there's the sardine, then there's a pink, and all of them work exceptionally well. And the difference between this one and the other one I'm going to show you just now is this one, you'll see if you look very closely, it's very flat. It's flat on the top as well, although this side is a little bit concave, or convex on the edge there. This side is flat, and what that does is it causes that spoon to flutter as it goes down. With this one being so flat, it's got quite an exaggerated flutter, and you can use it a lot slower. I like to use these things off the beach as well. Fantastic off the beach. Recently had a lot of success on catching carbonate on them out at Umkomaas. Been fantastic spoons. Basically what you want to do is just let it down. If you're on the boat, let it down to the bottom, and it go all the way down to the bottom. Once it's on the bottom, and just you don't have to use any major action. It's just lift it up slowly, let it sink back down again. Lift it up slowly, let it sink back down. You can experiment with the types of depths and the distances you want to retrieve it. Normally what I do is I keep it fairly close to the bottom. I drop it right down to the bottom until I touch the bottom. You see this line has become slack. You know it's on the bottom. Lift it up a little bit, let it sink down back to the bottom again. Lift it up a little bit, sink down to the bottom again. You can experiment with different retrieves. So sometimes I like to do it a little bit faster, sometimes very slowly. Sometimes I want to wind it up 4 or 5 times, or even halfway up, and then let it flutter back down again. This is a brilliant spoon. It's 21 grams. It's the glide spoon, or slow jig. Next one. This one here is the kicker spoon. Okay, this one is a little bit heavier. You'll see it's a little bit more pronounced on the top, and also got a very flat section underneath. So again, the action is sort of wavy as it goes down. Got quite a nice bit of action as it's dropping, as it's falling. Also darts forward and backwards, and that quite a bit. Excellent offshore. This one's a little bit heavier and drops quicker. They range from 15 grams up to 40 grams, and yeah, they're a little bit heavier, so they don't have as well. When I say heavier, they fall a lot easier. They don't have as much as a glide spoon has a flat side that's got a more exaggerated and a slower fall. These things fall quite quickly, and it's a small, shorter, little, almost like a little bait fish trying to escape. This one I work a little bit faster than the glide spoon, so you want to whip it up, whip it up, whip it up, let it sink again, whip, 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 let it sink again. You want to create an action of a little bait fish trying to escape something on the bottom, or something that's injured fluttering around on the bottom. So basically, this one you can see is used very well. It's only got one of these assist hooks on the top and one on the bottom. This one here has probably caught 100 shad for me already, as well as a lot of bonnies and that, little kingies. It's been incredible. They come in a variety of colors. There's 5 different colors. I'll attach the color chart just now for you guys. You can have a look at that. The other one that works quite well is this sardine, and you'll notice this one has got the 2 hooks on the top and a single at the bottom. You can use it either way. That I've fished it, it works. But I tend to prefer to tie it to the top where the double hooks are. If you look very carefully here as well, you'll see it's got a solid ring and then a split ring. There's a split ring, there's a solid ring. So 90% of the time when I'm tying this, I tie it to the solid ring. Now the solid ring just ensures you know, that you're not going to pull the split ring out, and you still got your fish attached. So that's a way to use it. As I say, sometimes I do fish it the other way. It's just got a different full, and it works exactly the same. You still catch fish on it. These are great, as I say, available in different sizes. Offshore, generally what I do is, rule of thumb, 1 gram per meter. So 40 gram maximum I fish this is around about 40 to 50 meters deep. I don't go much deeper than that. And I like to use light line. It gives it a better, if you're using heavier braid, it doesn't fall as nicely. It tends to slow it down. So you want to go as light as possible with the braid. Most of the time offshore when I'm fishing 40 gram, I'm using around about a 30-pound braid. That's it. These are fantastic lures to use. They're very simple to use. Recently on a trip fishing the glide spoon, mate of mine wasn't feeling too well, and he just threw it out, let it sink on the bottom, and he's just holding it there, and just the drift of the boat was causing a little bit of action, and he was on cast for cast like that. It was incredible. So it does create quite a lot of its own action. So you don't have to be a scientist to figure out how to catch fish with this. These things catch fish very easily, especially offshore. Off the beach, a little bit more difficult. You've got to watch where the rocks and that are. Try not to let it fall into the rocks. I do what I call a countdown method, where I'll cast countdown until I know I'm on the bottom, and the next time I cast, I won't count down right to the bottom. I'll count down. If I count down to 30 and I'm hitting the bottom, the next time I cast, I'll count to 25 and then start retrieving it, so it's not right on the bottom in the rocks. Sandy areas, not a problem. You can fish them in the sandy areas. In fact, for the cob love this thing. Just flutter down into the sand and then pull back up again. That's it. These are the Blu Lures by Sensation Tackle. Fantastic slow jigs, and they're very well priced as well. Have a look in your tackle shops, have a look online. You'll find these all over the place.